Hi everyone. Today we're going to study mean for group data, and this is under measures of central tendency. The formula of the mean for group data is given here, and this is x bar equals sigma f x sub m all over n, where x bar is the mean. The sigma symbol is read as summation. X sub m is the class midpoint. F is the frequency. And the n is the total number of cases. So this formula will be read as x bar equals summation of f times x sub m all over n. Let us see examples how this formula is used. Let's have example 1. Find the arithmetic mean for the following distribution. We have a table here with two columns. The first column is the class intervals, and we have 5 intervals here. And the next column is the frequency for the corresponding class intervals. See the first class interval as 5 to 10, and the frequency is 3. The second group is from 10 to 15 with frequency 1. Third group from 15 to 20 with frequency 5. Fourth group from 20 to 25 with frequency 3. The fifth group is from 25 to 30 with frequency 8. The next step that we will do is to compute for the n, the total number of cases, where we will take the sum of all the frequencies, and this is equal to 20. After that, we need another column for the class midpoint, and that is the x sub m. The formula for the class midpoint is given here, and this is lower limit plus upper limit over 2. The lower limit and upper limit are the end numbers of corresponding class interval. So in our first class from 5 to 10, the lower limit is 5 and the upper limit is 10. Getting the midpoint of this group, we have now this 5 plus 10 divided by 2. Simplifying, this 5 plus 10 will give 15, and then this is divided by 2, and we will have 7.5. And this value we will write on the blank. So we have here the 7.5. We will follow this idea for the other blanks on the class midpoint column. So you see this 12.5 comes when we add 10 and 15 divided by 2. This 17.5 comes when we add 15 and 20 and then divide by 2. The 22.5 comes when we add 20 and 25, then divide by 2. The 27.5 here comes from 25 plus 30 divided by 2. So we are now complete with a column for class midpoint. And then we need another column for f times x sub m. It means for the first blank here, we're going to multiply this number 3 and 7.5. That is the frequency and the class midpoint respectively of the first class interval. So we have here 22.5. For the other blanks here, we will follow the same idea. So 1 times 12.5 is 12.5. 5 times 17.5 is 87.5. 3 times 22.5 is 67.5. And 8 times 27.5 is 220. So we are done with all the blanks in this column. The next step is we're going to take the summation, or we say we will add all these numbers and we will put the sum here. And that is the summation of f times x sub m. And the value is 410. Now, we are ready to use our formula for the mean. X bar equals the summation of f times x sub m all over n. So these values we will collect from our table. And this value will be our numerator, that is the 410, and the n is coming from the summation of the frequency. So we have 410 divided by 20, and that is 20.5. This is the mean. This is our final answer. Let us have example 2. Find the arithmetic mean for the following distribution. We have 5 class intervals here with their corresponding frequency. So let us solve for the mean. Step 1 is let us collect the n, and that is taking the total of this column, and this is equal to 30. Next, we need the class midpoint for each of the classes. We will use our formula x sub m equals lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So for our first blank here, we will use this one, the lower limit, plus the 9, that is the upper limit, then divided by 2. Simplifying further, 1 plus 9 is 10, divide by 2, and this is equal to 5. This number 5 we will put on the blank here. Let us follow the same idea with the other blanks. So you see, this number 14 comes when we have this 10 plus 18, then divided by 2. This number 23 comes from 19 plus 27 divided by 2. This 32 comes from 28 plus 36 divided by 2. This 41 comes when we add 37 and 45, and the sum is divided by 2. Next, another column for the f times x sub m. Again, we will multiply the frequency and the class midpoint of each class interval. So for the first blank, this is 4 times 5. We will have 20. That idea we will follow on the other blanks. 7 times 14 gives 98. 10 times 23 gives 230. 6 times 32 equals 192. 3 times 41 equals 123. Then, let us take the summation and we will put the answer at the bottom. So we have the summation of f times x sub m equals 663. Now let us use our formula for the mean. X bar equals the summation of f x sub m all over n. Taking the values from our table, we have the numerator as the 663 and the denominator is 30. Simplifying this, the quotient will be 22.1. This is our mean. This is our final answer. I hope you learned something from this video. See you again next time.